Welcome, and thank you for joining for another whiskey review. Today, we're going to take a look at the Strathmill 22-year-old from the Boutique Whiskey Company, Dustin, if I'm saying that correctly.
Sounds right.
Yeah, this is the first time we're bringing you guys one of these. We got a couple of these from our good buddy Keith. This Strathmill looks like it's cask strength, 49.6% ABV, age 20 years, bottle 408 of 683, batch 7. So, Multiman Cave came by last weekend.
Yeah.
Dropped off a couple of these boutique whiskeys from us. Said to us, "Oh man, ordered these whiskeys and they were only 50 CLs." And I said, "What, the boutique whiskeys?" And he said, "How'd you know?" I said, "Because they're all 50 CLs."
Yeah, we keep looking at them and we're like, "I want it," but we start getting our calculators out and being like, that price per regular bottle
is pretty steep. But man, I tell you what, I've been impressed with a couple of whiskeys I've actually had.
I was going to say, just finish this thing off, buddy.
Yeah, you're right. We might as well sit this thing down.
I need to put like a sticker on here so when Mike goes to like clean glasses later and there's like just that much left, he doesn't think to throw that one out because let me tell you, we've already tried this, guys, and we are very pleased with this bottle.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to get you guys. The only other boutique whiskey I ever had, but they have like a Macallan 29 here, I want to say. Maybe it was a 30.
I've come close to picking up a couple peated ones, an Ardbeg and a Lafroig, I think, from them. And
that Macallan was good.
They were pricey.
Tried Macallan 18 that's cask strength or Macallan 25 that's cask strength. That was it. All right, so anyway, beautiful color on this. I believe these are all natural color unchill filtered, if I read that correctly.
Oh, buddy.
And great illustration on these. They always come up with cool illustrations for every one of their bottles.
We were just talking. I'm like, Mike, you can't throw that bottle out. That is just too cool a freaking label.
I have a graveyard of bottles in my basement. Ooh.
It just smells so good. I don't even want to tell you anything else about it, guys. It smells good.
Yeah, I tell you what, every time I've had a Strathmill, it's been some exotic.
It's always heavy sherry, yeah.
Heavy sherry, over 20 years old. It's
always from Keith. We've got one other review here. It's a Signatory Strathmill. I don't remember if it was 20 years old or not, but it was that one was very on the dirty side of sherry. But this is not. This is beautiful, sweet, clean.
There is some dirtiness though here. I tell you what, it's not all clean.
Itself?
No, not the sherry, but like this distillery characteristic comes off as some type of industrial coal note to me.
There could be the slightest note of sulfur here. I'm not picking it up, but I could see maybe
industrial coal. That's all I like to call it.
I can't get past this like beautiful chocolate grape plum.
The cask is the show here for sure. This is an incredible sherry cask.
If you want to tell me there's some coal at the end there, fine. Maybe cola actually is something I'm thinking more of.
Nice spice.
Oh, now I am getting like a really interesting. There's a note coming through here. Like it is like spice with. No, it's not coal smoke. It's
industrial coal.
Industrial
coal has a twinge of metallic to it.
It's almost like you're at a granite mine where they've struck it and like it's smoking from the heat and power they've like been breaking it with.
Maybe a different way to say that is something mineral.
There is, but I mean it's a smoked mineral if that's a thing.
Mineral being turned into a gaseous form.
Oh yeah, I actually really like it.
Yeah.
I really like it. It's like dirty in the way I like it, dirty.
Yeah, it's almost like a Craig Alecky dirty, but a little more metallic. No, excuse me, a little less metallic, a little more Glendronach coal.
It's sharper than the Glendronach coal. Glendronach coal is like softer. This is sharp.
Like you said, you set it on fire. Like right when you struck it, it's the matchstick.
Now I can't smell anything but that note. Like I'm so fixated on it.
Yeah, we are honing in on that, but that really is just a piece of what is truly an incredible sherry.
And now I'm wondering if there's even any sulfur in here, and that was what I was getting. Oh, this is just unbelievably nice.
This comes off like a Craig Alecky exceptional cask. Just dense, rich cask. It smells so oily. You could say simply, this is a sherry bomb. This is a well-aged cask strength sherry bomb, and be done with it.
I don't even know if it is truly a sherry bomb. I don't think this is first fill sherry. This is just.
It smells like it. There is a deep, rich sherry.
Look at the color. I mean, that's not first fill at 22 years, is it?
Probably not.
I don't know what they did here, man, but I think it's an exceptional cask. Again, it's boutique-y. It's craft.
Yeah. Spent all that time on the label.
Now I'm getting a little confectionery sugar, which I always love, but I wasn't expecting on a Strathmill at the end.
Little toffee.
I could see that.
That's the sweetness for me. That's a beautiful cast, though.
Even kind of like a sweet biscuit kind of type thing.
No butter.
Oh, no butter. No honey either, which I was hoping I'd get a little bit of, but no honey here.
This is a work site. Taking our coffee black, taking our biscuits plain.
But it's a sweet biscuit. It's not a super dry or savory.
Not saying it's garbage. I'm saying it's plain.
I don't know. There could be a little bit of like a jelly that's coming from that sherry.
Keith brought this over and let us have it. You know, we were trying to last weekend or the weekend before. It's a hard one to nail down just because Strathmill, we don't have it enough. And every time we have it, it's a aggressive cask maturation.
Yeah.
Cask strength, not kidding around.
I'll tell you what, the ABV on this thing is beautiful too. Just under 50 is actually really showcasing everything beautifully here.
It's letting a couple players in the room.
Oh, God. I'm going to find out what Keith paid. I don't even have a clue. I mean, this is good. Definitely a winner that Keith picked up. Also, the bottle's got some nice heft to it for being a 500 ml or 550 CL, whichever one you want to go with. Very nice. And this is one of 683 bottles. And at 500 mLs, that means this is was a fairly light sherry butt, probably.
Man, dense, oily, rich. Instantly when you swallow. Dark chocolate. Raisins with sugar. Coffee. No. Espresso with nothing in it like you like it. Coffee bean, maybe. Coming here, man, stinging on the sides of the tongue. Dark, bitter oak chocolate.
A little chili powder too.
Some type of light coal note, Glendronach coal-esque note. Just cooling. That is oily, rich, coats the mouth. And just like the sherry cask leaves a bit of just a sticky tannic purple, kind of on the end here on the sides. Sorry, I didn't mean to ramble. Go ahead.
Honestly, you nailed a lot of what I was getting at there. One big thing I would add is there's a beautiful nutmeg, eggy yolk kind of thing going on the finish.
Dude,
it's so good.
Eggnog.
Yeah,
it really is.
Egg, like, oh my God. I mean, yeah, the finish is just straight up eggnog, but they added extra nutmeg. This is somebody, grandma made it. Oh. I tell you, it drinks like it's got a higher proof than that 49. It's richer. Oh man,
this might not be cask strength, but it feels like all the oils and everything are just right here.
I don't want to even add water, Mike.
Yeah, you saw me open it and not put it in. I'm going to go back one more time.
Yeah, I'm going in again before I'm putting water in this thing. It's so good. I don't think it's going to have any issue with water, but
now the spice is becoming more substantial on the nose, and again, I haven't added water. I like unique whiskeys. I don't get really a chance to try ahead of time, but once or so, you know what I mean?
Yeah, people, it's very eggy, but not egg farts. Like in raw egg, like you added that as a thickening agent in like some kind of cocktail.
Oh. Again, it reminds me of egg.
By the way,
the smell of egg.
I have never ever made the reference to a cocktail made with like egg yolk, but that is or egg whites. That's absolutely something this is doing.
I eat eggs every day, man. I know exactly what.
I eat a lot of eggs, but I've never made that reference in a whiskey. Oh man!
But yeah, it's a creamy note.
Yeah, it has just that. There's even
a dash of like spice on it too.
Yeah, yeah. No, they've spiced it on top. It's eggnog spices. It's Christmas. Oh man!
You can almost convince me double egg now. The smell of it, man.
I just need a moment here, and a moment of silence in honor of this beautiful, beautiful whiskey. This is why you explore whiskey, guys. This is why you buy these independent bottles, and sometimes you have to gamble and buy something expensive that you're not sure about.
It's not about the gamble. It's about the gamble not coming up well for you. That happens. It's just gonna happen.
But here's the thing: if this was a $500 bottle of whiskey, Mike, it was easily worth it. And if you had to buy a couple of expensive bottles that were just good, and this was their fifth bottle of you bought 5 bottles. You got 4 really good ones, and you got a 5th one that was this. You're still happy.
What you're saying is you're going to have some misses, but when it hits her like this, it makes it all the more worth it.
It justifies chasing those and spending those bigger bucks.
Yep. This is a winning lottery ticket, is what Dustin's trying to say.
This is gold. Oh, man.
Keep playing Keno.
Oh, man. I've never played that. I don't plan to, but...
Whatever. It's a gamble, is my point.
Oh, my God. The sherry note here is so good.
The sherry sweetness is coming up more with the water. It's taking over the experience, which would make sense. It's just kind of unleashing that cask maturation.
Vanilla, raisins, and chocolate.
I said raisins in my first sip. And then I went into the coffee and espresso and everything. But yeah, sugar.
You're right on the coffee and espresso. When I said I agree with you, man, when you were getting into like the coffee and espresso notes, you were totally dead on. I don't know if you mentioned cinnamon on the palate, but again, that's part of the Christmas, Christmas cookies, man. There's probably a little ginger in here too. In fact, I'm positive there's ginger in there.
Man, yeah, exciting experience.
This nose is just as beautiful with the water. God. All right.
I was super impressed when Keith brought it. It's the first time we had it. I was like, what is this? Strathmill again? I don't know anything about Strathmill other than every time I get one, it's epic.
Oh, it's changed it. It's made it a little sharper. The alcohol is actually harsher now with water, which is shocking because it was drinking well over 50 before. Oh, but just everything here is beautiful. All the notes I like. Mineralities come out a little bit here potentially. Nice. Yeah, nice mineral note from spring water or something. God, beautiful whiskey.
Here in Ohio, we have this little hiking path called Old Man's Cave. When it's raining or sometimes where the water runs down, that water that's been running over a rock for a long time, that smell, a little bit of the red around in the pool around it. That's the only thing different I'm picking up with water.
This is just getting more and more intense vanilla on the nose too.
Yeah, man.
It's vanilla frosting now.
Epic experience.
You know what it is? It's vanilla frosting over a vanilla Tootsie Roll.
Ah, beautiful smelling whiskey.
Oh, I can nose this the rest of the night, Mike.
Yeah, these aren't easy to get. Well, you can get boutiques and all that online, but to get this exact batch, I don't know how easy it's going to be to find one. No, this is batch 7.
I might have to go looking.
Yeah, I would go for it though.
Yeah,
even at the 500. You know what? We've talked about this though. I like smaller bottles. I would do 375s because that gives you a chance, especially with older whiskeys that are more expensive, to get them more affordably. You know, if you want to take a few chances, take a chance on 7 ounces or 12 ounces.
Or if you want to buy 2, it's a lot cheaper to buy 2, and you have one for now, one for later.
Oh yeah, keep one. You know.
Yeah. I mean, it makes your life easier.
Like Lafroig 21. Love that little bottle.
That's a great bottle.
It is. All right, so we're as far as a whiskey score on this one.
90. Gonna stop at 92, but I could go 93 on this one, Mike.
I know, this is excellent.
You know what? I'm doing it. 93. Do it. Going in.
Yeah, I mean, I was between a 91 and a 92 for sure. I mean, this is an epic whiskey.
This is too good for a 91, Mike. This is better than Lafroig 25.
Is that a 91 or 90?
It's a 90, 91. I mean, it's at least 91 on a good one. 90 on a
so
bad
I'm saying 91.5.
Just, man, I think it's 92.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really good whiskey. Excellent cask maturation. The Strathmill Spirit, I really can't nail down because I've only had a few of them, but I like what I'm getting.
I'm going to have to get a bourbon cask Strathmill, I guess, just to figure it out.
Yeah, I would figure it out pretty quickly for us if we could find one. That seems like it'd be more of a hassle than anything else. Yeah. That seems exotic.
I don't see a lot of Strathmill in general, but I'm sure somebody, maybe an SMWS, they like doing bourbon casks all the time. They might have one out there. I could probably ask a friend to source one of those for me. I've got half dozen people that are part of that club.
Impressive whiskey. If you guys had a chance to try this one, really like to hear what you guys have to say. Or any boutique whiskey. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
I think so. If you guys, some probably thinks I'm wrong.
Where's all the, there's just so much I'm sorry, Mike, I'm just rambling.
No, I mean, anytime you get a 90,
there's just so
91
much,
plus whiskey.
There's just so much coming out here in such a heavy sherry influence that I don't get, usually when you get a sherry bomb, Mike, it is sherry. This is not a sherry bomb because there's so much else. I just don't know where it's coming from. Because it's not like they're not saying they blended this, right? With like
a
bourbon cask or something to create something, or I don't know. They found some crazy tutti fruity bubblegum like thing and they mixed. I don't know. I'm impressed.
Yeah,
I'm shocked at where all these crazy flavors are coming from.
Well, I mean, again, you could focus on the fact that it's heavily sherried and just like it from that perspective, where you could go getting on a whole different rabbit hole, just like we just did.
Yeah, I'm actually wondering if this almost can't be a single cask, Mike. This has to be like a blend. I mean, it said batch 7, right?
Batch 7. Batch to me.
So batch means it's not. So okay, that makes more sense because I'm like, there's just no way a single cask did all that.
I almost felt like they're almost like port influence in this, but I'm sure there's not. I didn't say it.
They did something special here. I mean, again, they killed it here. Whatever this batch was. Again, we didn't do a ton of research, guys. We got this one. I think you traded a lot of open bottles for a very small open bottle.
Yeah, everyone wins, including you guys.
Man, wow.
Anyway, if you guys had a chance to try this one, let us know what you guys think. Until next time, Dustin, what do we wish the folks?
Extremely happy drinking.
See you then.
Thanks, Keith.